Are you ready to venture with me into hidden realms and uncover secrets lurking beneath Egypt's barren sands? Fasten your seatbelts, because we'll be guided by none other than Graham Hancock, swashbuckling author and rebel archaeologist on a quest to shake up everything we thought we knew about humanity's past. Absolutely. Let's dive deeper into Graham's trailblazing discoveries that are sending shockwaves through the halls of academia. I'm warning you, Graham's evidence blows the doors off our conventional Egyptian timelines. He's dropped academic jaws by unveiling maps accurately depicting Antarctica's ancient coastlines from before the Ice Age glaciation. A cartographic feat mainstream scholars scoffed was impossible before modern times. Yet the stunningly precise Piri Reis map of 1513 AD clearly shows Antarctica's subglacial topography in uncanny detail. How could 16th century mapmakers access such accurately mapped source charts spanning back thousands of years? The only plausible answer is that technologically advanced prehistoric seafarers charted the planet during remote eras. Graham's thesis of highly skilled cartographers and navigators plying global trade routes at the end of the last ice age no longer seems so far-fetched. The magic carpet now whisks us to Egypt, where the colossal pyramids and Sphinx at Giza present further quandaries for the standard historical narrative. As Graham emphasizes, the Sphinx shows unmistakable signs of erosion dating back to long epochs of heavy rainfall, far earlier than Egypt's classic dynasties emerged. Even the smaller megalithic temples surrounding the Sphinx consist of 100-ton blocks rivaling nearby pyramids. Hardly the work of primitive tribes. Clearly, these imposing monuments predate the pharaohs by thousands of years, and despite no original inscriptions affirming their purpose, the orientation and hidden internal passages of pyramids like Giza strongly point to advanced astronomical and geodetic skills outmatching modern academics. So again, we confront the burning question: who were the original architects, and just how technologically accomplished were they? Graham suspects we are dealing with legacies of Plato's Atlantis, the advanced global maritime society said to vanish beneath the seas in 9600 BC after a catastrophic attack by comets. He proposes that the earliest Egyptian cultures incorporated knowledge salvaged from high science masters of a forgotten age, an age ended by planetary disasters, yet one still technologically superior to our own in critical ways. The inconvenient truth staring down geologists and archaeologists is that a navigating civilization with ability to cut, move, and perfectly align megalithic stonework conquered all the oceans during the retreating Ice Age. They precisely charted every coastline on Earth, including Antarctica's preglacial boundaries. Then these legacy bearers imprinted their astronomical and geodetic expertise upon the great monuments of the Giza Plateau, aligned perfectly to the stars, structured harmonically with principles of sacred geometry and concealed hidden chambers, still keeping secrets. Now we unveil the crown jewels of Egypt's mysteries, the towering pyramids and inscrutable Sphinx at Giza. Even from our incoming magic carpet, one can't help gasping at the epic scale as these cyclopean structures loom larger across the desert sands. Up close, the visual impact tightens your chest, simply staggering. Weathered by uncounted ages, the Great Sphinx's leonine visage remains haughtily imposing, as if guarding abstruse secrets. Three adjacent pyramids gather tightly on the Giza Plateau, fanning orientations centered on the Sphinx. Gray limestone behemoths that dwarf surrounding ruins. We crane our heads up dizzying heights nearing 500 feet, confronted by millions of heavy stone blocks somehow lifted and arranged with fanatical precision. Let's get real here. These mind-blowing megamonuments frankly do not fit in with mainstream chronology stating 4,500 years of age, a mere eye-blink past on geology's scale. So when exactly were they built, and by whom? The profile of strange anomalies accruing here forces radical questions Egyptologists refuse to countenance. Graham directs us first to the pyramids' alignment to the four cardinal directions, oriented true north-south within 1/20th of a single degree. Given their colossal 13-acre footprint, achieving such accuracy utterly astounds modern architects. What manner of ancient tech was applied for such precision? Even using GPS? Replicating it would severely test today's best builders. Clearly, these mysterious architects commanded advanced geodesy, beyond what scholars accept. Next, Graham points out extensive weathering around the Sphinx enclosure, patterned by incessant heavy rainfall over many centuries, far longer than Egypt's recorded history accounts for. Geological evidence shouts the Sphinx lay exposed to such harsh precipitation thousands of years before Sahara desertification, implying construction during the Zep Tepi era that Egyptians regarded as wisdom-bringer godlike ancestors walked the earth. Wow. Forcing total rewrite of the early human story, we're confronting the dawning possibility of a forgotten high civilization predating dynastic Egypt by millennia. The stark implication looms: technologically sophisticated megalith builders aligned to the stars, masters of astronomy and geology, hailing from Plato's vanished continent, Atlantis destroyed 11,000 years ago by cosmic floods. Could Giza's enduring stone monuments be legacy works from before history crumbled? Intended as eternal encoded messages for future ages, should worldwide catastrophe repeat, these profound challenges to cushy academic dogma persist accumulating. Clearly, more revelations await regarding who truly built these alien-looking structures, using methods still ahead of us today, and why they insistently point Orion's belt and Draco's stars. What secret cosmology linked the monuments to the heavens? Signs say a far deeper antiquity underlies the sands of Egypt. Get this, folks. I actually got to join Graham on some legally dubious yet unforgettable climbs up the Great Pyramid's sheer 481-foot slopes. Let me tell you, staring down from that dizzying height as those titanic blocks unfurled below made my knees knock like maracas. One wrong step on those treacherous inclined stones would be spell a disaster. But being perched at the hidden apex, gazing outward also, and staggering revelations no textbook can convey. I witnessed clues regarding secret engineering capabilities that scholars tied to traditional theories simply cannot explain or even approach up there. You see, exploring inside the pyramid's off-limits inner tunnels and chambers brought an aspect of wonder few have been privileged to witness in modern times. But Graham has very special permission to penetrate this 6-million-ton stone beast, because he's asking very inconvenient questions. Egypt's antiquities authorities don't want publicized questions regarding mysteries they cannot adequately answer about the astonishingly advanced, forgotten civilization required to build it. What Graham discerned, roaming its internal maze of passages, struck like bolts of lightning through existing dogmas. He noticed a complete absence of any inscriptions taking credit for the staggeringly mammoth construction effort the Great Pyramid demanded. Nowhere exists any original claim, be it carved hieroglyph proclaiming God King Khufu, its creator, for narcissistic exaltation into infinite afterlife. No bas-relief cartouches boasting here lies supreme ruler, so-and-so, buried in his house of eternity. Or enumerations of 3 decades labor corralling an epic 2.3 million stone blocks into perfect geometric harmony. None of these conspicuously appear, do they? The lone mention vaguely resembling Pharaoh Khufu's name in a makeshift scrawl high above the king's chamber hardly counts as authoritative proof or connection. Otherwise, identifications are entirely AWOL, almost as if this colossal monstrosity constructed itself anonymously. What we do find inside are star shafts and hidden chambers, resonating the immortal cosmic journey of Pharaoh's soul towards Orion and Thuban. Apparently, secret astronomy and ritual magic imbued the inner complex. Not externalized glory to pride of any earthly king. The stark fact is, no reigning power of the Bronze Age Egyptian dynasties could possibly claim responsibility for achieving incredible precision, setting 6 million tons of stone, or mathematically coordinating this 13-acre jigsaw puzzle of enormity in exact north-south alignment. The obvious implication is nearly impossible to avoid unless you shun logic entirely. An advanced global seafaring civilization, tens of thousands of years older, technologically capable of cutting, shaping, lifting, and transporting staggering masses, far exceeding our modern heavy cranes, and oriented precisely to the stars, absolutely preceded Egypt's earliest known rulers. So scholars need torque their stubborn heads realistically. Their sacred chronology cow has no stability, left with both ends out of joint. It's not blasphemous admitting extremely accomplished precursors made it look easy. Lost antiquity, supremely aligned astronomical monuments still serving as timeless beacons to hidden truths. Are we staring at what remains of Plato's vanished civilization, Atlantis? Could Giza's continental-sized stones have been forged by desperation of knowledge-bearing survivors facing global wipeout? Built and encoded with messages across immense ages to ensure we don't forget. The plot continues to thicken, friends. Open that curious mind and stay tuned here for more startling revelations on our knowledge-expanding quest. What alternate theories might help explain the glaring anomalies in traditional views? And how would acknowledgement of advanced precursor cultures change our understanding of mankind's capabilities? I would love to read your fascinating perspectives in the comments section below. And don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons to stay up on future installments. Unraveling the mysteries of the past is a journey we're all taking together. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.